we will definitely not shut up and dribble.
The champ is here. I must be the greatest. The champ is here.
I'm going to continue to stand with the people.
The champ is here.
I will not lose.
I'm a bad man. I shook up the world.
Yes, let's go. You know what it is. You know who it is, man. My name is EJ, and I got my man,
MH.
Man, it is time for another live, man. We definitely enjoy doing this because we get to have the people that support us most, people you've seen on the show, people that have commented, just been with us from day one, and we got new people that kind of join us. So, man, without further ado, MH, man, you want to call them as you see them, man? Let's just start bringing them in and do April live, all right? Let's get them. All right.
Hey, Miss Ivory.
Rocking the
Miss
LSU,
Ebony with
man.
the New York King Gene. EP. Family, what's up?
Another day.
Let's go. Hey, as always, we're happy to see some of you guys we haven't seen in a while. So, Miss Ebony, rocking the New York Islanders shirt and like that. Everybody kind of repping today, man. That's what's up. I like it. Little young EP, what you got on, man? I can't see the logos. You got all the logos on there.
Yeah, I got rock Dallas. You know,
There it
always.
is. Okay. Oh,
Of course.
there it is.
Yeah, so it's a local hat brand. It's Ben DiNucci, the shit backup quarterback we had. He created something good. He finally did something. I made a hat brand. So
there you go. And we also want to welcome our people on live. I see a couple eyeballs on the live, so please, we love your comments. So make sure you guys join the conversation as well. So we'll be looking for your chats and popping those on. So just want to start off a little easy, man. You know, something that's coming up that's going to affect a lot of us. You know, so the NFL draft, man, is this coming week, right? So it's going to change a lot of fortunes of some people. And Lil Young Money, Lil E, text me today, and he's like, Aaron Rodgers is finally done. And I sent him the shit emoji because, like, I'm tired of hearing about it. So, but anybody excited, looking for needs of your team, what we feel about the draft, just open the floor on that, man. Anybody got something want to touch their souls, touch your heart, man? Let's get it going.
I mean, we have the 10th pick. We really don't need anything. We are going to be the team to beat. Since our quarterback got his deal done, we knew Jalen was getting all the money. He got the money. I mean, we really don't need anything, you know, but we'll see who falls to the blessing of the 10th. You know, I'll take the little boy who got into the accident down here in Georgia. Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
I'll take it.
Okay.
What's little about him?
Yeah, he's not little.
He's 15 pounds overweight right now. So, you know, maybe some people, he needs to unbig his back and then come on to us and we will take him.
So for those that didn't pick up, this young lady is talking about Fly Eagles Fly. I don't know if everybody picked up. I mean, some people picked up on that, as we can see with the tweet or the comment down below.
Every time, Andrew, every time.
Hey, we're national bird haters over here. You know what it is.
And see, I was going to give you a Cooper Rush autograph, but now you get nothing.
I'm still a nice guy. You know,
Hey.
we can let bygones be bygones. You know,
The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. So that covers the Eagles. Anybody else got any wants, wish lists, and things like that? As we welcome my man BA into the live, man. What's up, BA, man? Good to see you, my man.
What's going on, fellas? Good to see y'all. Hey, everybody.
Absolutely. Right now, we're talking about the NFL draft, man. Any kind of wishes, hopes, narratives, and things you got coming into the draft. Ebony's ready. She gave me the hand clap, the church clap.
So for those that don't know, I'm a Carolina Panthers fan. You didn't have to do me like that, Ivory. Eric, I thought we was kind of here. And you
go Cats.
You need so much though, love.
Honey.
It all.
We need everything.
Everything.
And I don't understand. Like, I just don't understand the moves that they make over there. I'm telling y'all, I need to be in somebody's front office so I can cuss them out because I just don't understand the moves that people make on a regular basis. I'm like, how in the world did any of what you did make sense to help us out for the upcoming year? Like, they have made absolutely no move to put us in a good spot to do anything next season. And it is the most frustrating thing in the world as a fan to have to deal with them.
You're getting
you don't want Bryce?
You're getting Bryce?
Oh, cricket. No.
He the one.
Okay. Oh.
Uh-oh, Gene. What's the scoop?
Thank you. I appreciate it. We're gonna need
What's
all
the
the
scoop on
thought
Bryce?
and the prayers.
Can't stay healthy and he 5'8".
Oh,
But
gee.
At the end of the day,
That's that
So
Colin Cowherd. Don't get small quarterbacks.
okay.
listen.
Of your two choices,
Has he lied?
Bryce is a proven winner, or you get trash from Ohio State.
And look,
Whoa, see now
Dang.
that's another narrative too. Now we're gonna
Right.
slow down on the Ohio State bashing first of all.
Dang.
All right.
Bri-
The thing
Bri-
is, because what ends up happening, and my bad, young EP, is we start collecting and putting people in that because like just because y'all had a couple of DBs, y'all think y'all DBU at LSU, and that's just
We
because
are. What are we talking about here? We're NFLSU and we're DBU.
Nah, y'all.
NFL LSU.
I mean,
Okay.
DBU is LSU.
Here's my thing. Name one quarterback that
I knew
Ohio
you was gonna do
State
that.
has put out that's actually turned into something. Just one.
I like her narrative. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I
The
do.
narrative is what it is, B. That's
As
all
a Michigan fan, I do like her narrative.
I mean,
That's right.
just anybody give me one name.
I mean, it's just factual. And those are the facts.
Exactly.
Well, I
So-
mean, Justin Fields, his story's still untold.
I mean, he's
Well, we gotta
turning.
give him
I
some
will
time.
give, he's turning into something.
Shit, you,
At
mate.
this
But
point-
don't Ohio State claim Joe Burrow?
That's right. We had Joe.
They still claim him, right?
I do that. I saw that shirt and I knew that was gonna turn her up.
Y'all just seen him and Angel Reese put them rings up. Let's not do this. Let's really not do this. But what?
He came back home too. Yeah, he's Ohio boy.
No, stop it. Here's the thing. Do y'all want, and this is for you, Ebony, because Ebony and Ivory. Do you want a proven winner that's 15
Yes.
pounds light in the pants, which is Bryce, or do you want CJ, who hasn't won a thing besides a conference?
No, he hasn't won that. He lost both of those.
Oh,
Michigan.
shit.
I mean,
I just want to make sure we're accurate on here.
It's facts,
I'm
though.
trying to
We
give
ain't
her
with
a
the facts.
goal.
Wait,
Trying to
Ebony,
give her
Ebony,
Listen,
Ebony,
I
I feel
appreciate
you.
the help. I appreciate the help. Like I said,
and
we
the
just
prayers.
there are so many, and there are just so many things. There are so many areas where we need help that it's insurmountable right now. Like we need to start somewhere, and I understand what they're trying to do, but it still don't make no sense in my mind.
Ebony, I'm with you because to me, they overhyping all these quarterbacks, and they just
All of them.
and only one of them gonna be a hit. Bryce played with the best talent in the country. I don't know what he is. He had the best. He had the best O-line in the country. He had the best. He had the best. He had the best running backs in the country.
But that's not that. Okay, here's the thing. That's really not fair to put that on him because there have been times where he has driven down the field and put them back in position. You cannot take that away from him. That's
I mean,
what
I mean, that's kind of easy when you got the best O-line in the country. It's easy.
No,
It's clockwork.
no.
Walk down the field.
No.
I'm not getting touched.
No.
All right. Real quick. So just to refresh my memory, there was a quarterback that went number 1 to the Raiders. Where did he go to school? Was it with Jamar?
He was mine. That was my last kid. Look, that was my last kid at LSU. So I know what failure looks like.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just want to make sure we put that out there.
I mean, think about it. LSU has not had a good quarterback in years besides Joe Burrow. So I know what this looks like. So for me, playing in the SEC is playing in the NFL. And if Bryce can win with us, he can go in and he can get a few wins. I'm not saying he getting a lot of wins. I'm not saying that he getting. I'm saying he can win a few games.
Well, we used to win in a few games. Like we don't seem to get past a few. We get on a little roll and then something just magically the whole damn team breaks down. I'm like
a few in the possible.
A couple in the pit.
Look, we get 3 and a possible. Like that has been.
Let's see, y'all go on board.
Wait, I have a question about what Ivory said. So you said if you play in the SEC as a quarterback, you can win in the NFL. That's the statement.
I'm saying if you play in the SEC, period, because the Little 10 prepares you for nothing.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at the top. I'm looking at the stats of the quarterbacks in the NFL, and there's no SEC guys but Joe Burrow in the top 15.
Well, she's really from Ohio State. That's where he got his,
Ohio State.
When you play with the best talent, you get exposed in the league.
Let's stop
every time.
Now that is fact. That is fact, Gene.
And to me, Carolina was stupid. I was like, you have so many holes in your team. Trading up to get Bryce Young, he's gonna end up being a bust because you can't put nothing around him.
Okay.
And to me, that was the problem.
Like you gotta have ability.
So you don't take Bryce and you take Kennard? I mean, what?
Will Anderson is the best
Will
player
Anderson.
in that draft. Will Anderson is the best player in that draft. That's who you go with. You draft the best player available.
They need a quarterback.
You don't reach on quarterback.
We definitely need a quarterback, but we haven't done a great job of picking not a one.
Look, they're not a quarterback.
New ones, old ones. We can't.
Some ones.
Like we just can't. Like I said.
If I may.
Agree, Gene.
If I may, the last time you guys chose an SEC quarterback, number 1 overall was Cam Newton. I think that went okay. Right?
No, Cam, he did well for a while there. He was solid for a minute until until they took that Super Bowl away from us to give it to listen, we're not gonna act like they didn't take that Super Bowl from us. They took that Super Bowl from us.
Super Bowl 50?
They took that Super Bowl from us. Okay, that was ours. That was rightfully our Super Bowl, and they took that from us. Okay, they took it. They took it. The NFL took it. They said we shall not.
Von Miller didn't.
I mean, he hurt, but
I'm low-key. I agree. I think they gave that to Manning.
They gave it to him.
They gave it to him.
That was his last one.
Are y'all all a part of the theory that the NFL schedules what the situation is? Or what does they call it?
They get scripted. Yeah, they get their pregame snaps or pregame scripts are about to come out. So
shout out to Arian Foster. Come on, man, stop that.
Get out of here.
All I know is there ain't 32 better than Cam. That's all I'm saying. I'm on that train.
There's 30. There's 32 whose attitude is better than Cam. Let's talk about it.
He does have his attitude. Is terrible.
Yeah.
Especially, and I mean, Ivory, you can speak to this, right? Like, I've had him for events before, and it's like, man, you the key to the event, man. You can't go high with your head down and have your hoodie up in the corner. Like,
if I had dreads like that, I would hide with my head down and my hoodie up too. So.
Yes.
Or I mean,
looking like he's not cat.
He's a millionaire.
Looking like he's not cat.
Him and Jay need to get it together.
Go ahead, get you.
I hate them things. Yeah. Them things are so ugly.
I don't believe in a brush, and he's still out here with the people. So I mean, like,
listen. And he need to do something with his head too.
He needs to get
a lot of them out here looking crazy. I don't know what happened to media training, what happened with getting them together. I understand being real, but being unkept is not cute. There's nothing sexy about that. That don't get you no more money. That don't get you better deals. I had this conversation earlier this week. Okay, there's a certain when you want to talk about your money, okay, you can stay real to a certain point. At another point, looking like a kept individual, being able to speak in public, being able to socialize with people, get you more money. I don't care what nobody say. Okay? Get those things together. Let's stop acting like we gonna walk around, we gonna hide, we not gonna talk, we gonna look crazy and still expect people to keep giving us money hand over fist. Man, please go somewhere with that bull.
Well, hey, welcome in Blake Starr and Jazzy. What's up? Love to have you guys on the live. Welcome. We're just wrapping up kind of the talks of the NFL draft, man. So if you have any draft needs for your team, so Blake, Cleveland, kind of.
No.
What we do?
Cowboys, man. I mean, I cheer for the Browns.
Continue, my bad.
My bad. Cowboys, man. We need something to get us over the hump, man. That's all. I don't know what it's gonna be, man. It might be a tight end, could be anything to get us over the hump. That's all it is. I don't know. Could be this Robinson cat out of Texas. I don't know so much about that, but it's just whatever, man. We in championship mode, so all we need is pieces. We just need pieces. We good.
No Zach, no Dak. I mean, no, Zeke, and then your
I'm
boys.
okay with that. I'm okay with that. As an Ohio State fan, I'm all right with that. I'm okay with Zeke not be. I wanted him gone 2 years ago. Quiet as kept, for real, for real. Like I don't feel like paying that much money for a great blocker. Is worth all that. Let's get some yards.
What
And
number pick do y'all have?
say what?
What number pick do y'all have?
I don't even know. I don't know. EJ going to the draft. He can tell you got it on the back of his hand, like he got it on the wrist. You know.
I'm only concerned with my own.
26th.
26th.
Yeah. 26. Yeah.
Well, it'll.
Well, I'm happy because we finally got rid of this headache known as Aaron
Oh,
Rodgers.
you crying a little bit, man. I know you miss Rodgers, man. You probably sent that motherfucker
Dude,
some cookies and
I wanted to trade Rodgers 2 years ago.
The Jets made out like a bandit today.
Did
how they made out like a bandit for a guy who's not going to show up to camp and practice with the players?
Guess what? The guy who's not showing up to camp is better than the Zach and who they got there right now.
The Zach and who they got.
You say that. You say that now until he be like, all right.
Aaron Rodgers has been the only reason for a decade plus the Packers have wins.
Like I said, Aaron
y'all are gonna do nothing next season.
Aaron don't love football no more, and people.
But he loves winning. He's still a dominant quarterback.
He was not dominant.
Anytime
last year he showed that he's not Brady. He's not gonna last long. No. His mind don't work like that. He's not. He don't have that heart in him. He ain't got that dog in him.
Of the 32, the starting 32, where would you place him? What number?
Oh, Aaron Rodgers is like 10 now. He's not that dude no more.
10? Okay.
10?
Hey,
not that dude.
That's
10
what
good.
we're trying to make. Top 10 is enough.
10's good. I'll take 10.
Look, I'd have took him at 10. I would have took him at 10. Carolina, I'd have took him at 10. I'm like, you don't want to go south? It's nice and it's warm most of the time down there. We got real glad you can get a big house for a decent price. He's gonna have to live in New Jersey.
Hey, look, and all he gonna do is choke when he plays somebody with a big.
He gotta live in New Jersey.
He ain't gonna have to live in New Jersey. You know how much the houses cost out here?
We won't have no.
That boy, Aaron Rodgers is the biggest choke artist ever.
Nah,
Ever. And the stats back it up because I'm a Packers fan.
As a Dallas Cowboys fan,
he's the
biggest
all the big guy quarterbacks.
Right.
Dallas Cowboys fan, the biggest choke artist.
We know Aaron Rodgers is the choke artist.
It might have been Jake DeLong.
Gene is doing
all I know is
Aaron Rodgers is the biggest choke artist ever.
Gene is doing too much right now.
As soon as I saw the trade news, I got on Facebook. The first fucking post I saw was Bears fan rejoice.
Yeah, because he wore their ass out.
Yeah, 18 years in the league, he still owns that team, right there.
I mean, when you play the bum conference all the time, you're gonna look good.
I give you that. But hey, worst conference in NFC for the last 10 years.
When he played them dogs like the 49ers, he choked. He showed what he was. When he played them dogs with good defenses, he choked every time.
He's gonna turn the Jets around. I can't wait to see.
He was 3-42 against teams with defense in the top 10.
Baby, you got Jordan Love waiting for you in the wings.
It don't matter because you know what? We're finna reload and we're finna build that team out like we need to, and not spend $50 million on a quarterback that might show up to camp and might not.
I don't even know.
I need people that's dedicated to the game. I can't have you halfway in, halfway out. So I need a dog.
He's not a dog?
No, he's not that dog. He was a dog back in the day. He ain't a dog no more.
He's a top.
Wasn't that like 3 or 4 years ago?
The guy said, really, I wanted to retire. The only reason I came back because the Packers wanted to trade me. That lets you know he ain't got that dog. He's just playing out of spite.
I don't know. In my opinion,
you get hurt.
That's what you say on the subject, Josh.
So I don't think that's completely accurate as far. I think that this season with the Jets, I think this will give us enough of I think he'll be able to have an opportunity to really prove whether he's still that guy or he's not that guy. I struggle actually holding the last couple of years against Aaron Rodgers because of all of the riffraff that ensued with management, like the general manager and whatnot. I think that had a lot to do with I'll just say how good they could have been. I mean, I think I don't know. I think Aaron Rodgers might actually have some juice left in the tank more than what some of us are giving him credit for. I really do. I will use this year.
A lot of nose shaking heads on the
I will
screen.
use this year to determine whether Aaron Rodgers is really just like, okay, this guy is hopeless. He doesn't love the game anymore. I think it's best to look at what he does with the Jets before we just go like, oh, he's hopeless.
And at the end of the day,
I agree.
And at
I
the
agree
end of
with
the
you,
day, when he
Jazzy.
see a team that's real good on the other side, he gonna choke it away, like he's always done, every time.
We
Everybody, when you're a Packer fan, you watch all of it. Everybody get confused. They see these big Hail Marys. Oh, he won a game. Yeah, he beat. The team was bum anyway. We should have been in a Hail Mary situation. It was the Lions. Why are we in that situation?
Well, no need to talk about the Lions. It's okay.
No, I'm just saying it was still against the Lions. Why? What are you worried about? He got out that division because he saw them dogs coming. The Lions was coming. He saw
The
the
Lions not gonna do nothing, EJ. I was going into this week hopeful. This was the year we were going to turn the corner, and as usual, the Lions let me down. Star wide receiver suspended the 6th game. Like we just
the Lions,
it's a lot of potential. It's a lot of upside with the Lions, though.
A lot of upside.
That's every year.
And we got to get
the Lions Super Bowl is the off season. That's the most exciting time to be a Lions fan. Is off season.
He's only suspended for 6 games. It's just a little gambling. It's okay.
It's a little gambling.
Little gambling.
It's just every year. It's always something. So
at
this
least
is
you
supposed to
getting
be our
thoughts
year.
and prayers with me.
Hey, but look, y'all killed it on Hard Knock, though, man. We all got that emotional love for you after last season, Hard Knock, though.
I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. Watching it, I was like, all right, I like Dan Campbell, and then they started off like 1-7, and I was like, I don't know if he's that guy. And then they seem to enjoy him. We actually got free agents this year that we didn't overpay for, that aren't at the end of their career. So hopefully, but the Lions are the masters of finding ways to lose.
Well,
and so I will withhold excitement until proven otherwise.
The fighting Dan Campbell's.
I wish the Ravens and just give Lamar his money because he deserves it. Deshaun got the contract Lamar deserves. He does not need an agent, and I wish people stop saying that.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't. Yep.
His mother can get it done. She has a team around her that knows exactly what they're doing. And there are so many things and so many different entities against her that don't want this to happen. The owners don't want it to happen because now they have a problem that a Black woman negotiated the biggest contract in the whole.
Well, a black woman just did that, though.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, a black woman just accomplished that goal already. Yeah.
Okay, y'all keep going.
So they can't let too many. They can't let two.
Yeah, she just did that.
You're not crediting that? Are you? Is that like an asterisk on that? Like that doesn't count?
He just did that.
Okay, y'all think that. Go ahead.
No.
Wait, so
yeah, explain.
What is the
point? What is the reservation?
No, so can I ask Ivory this? Ivory, are you saying that with everything that you just said, they have a problem with the Black woman negotiating the biggest contract? Are you essentially saying that Lamar is seeking out the largest deal? Are you saying that he's seeking out a deal that's going to top Jalen Hurts' deal? Is that what you're saying?
So before Jalen got his done, the issue with Lamar is he wanted the contract that Deshaun got. And the problem we have here and the wording that we have to get used to is fully guaranteed. And a lot of folks have been putting out words like, oh, the money that they offered him was close, and it was not close. He had an injury guarantee of 175, meaning if he got injured, he got 175. But on the dotted line, it was only 133, and that was way below the 250. It was lower than Kyler Murray. And unfortunately, we knew my Eagles were going to give Jalen what he was going to get. We know the Bengals were probably going to break the bank and give Joe Burrow whatever.
Get cashed out.
Now, the one that's going to make it where we have to really look at it is what the Chargers do for Justin.
Can I be the bad guy?
Go ahead.
Can I be the bad guy that says Jalen Hurts and Burrow should get better contracts than Lamar Jackson? Is that the wrong? Is that the wrong statement?
No, because at this point of the game, the market is dictated by who signs. So for me, when she asked for at whoever space bar,
wait. Hey, look. Can I go super heel real quick?
Go ahead.
The reason, if you look at Jalen Hurts' deal, it's easy for the Eagles to get out of it. So they mean they're really not confident on, or they're not really not confident on what he can do, or he can keep this up.
Why would you say that?
Because I don't believe he's gonna be good in 2 years at all.
Let's bypass.
Wow. Ain't this black and sports?
Y'all not watching these games with y'all eyes. Y'all not watching these games with y'all eyes at all. Watch your eyes. Don't watch it.
Wait, how are you saying it's gonna be easy to get out though?
Going with the fact.
Don't watch on social. Watch with your eyes.
I normally I don't agree with the word. I don't agree with the word.
Figure that out. It's over.
How is it easy to get out that contract?
Imagine what they would have said if this was white sports.
Gene has a point where they can get out the contract easily.
Okay.
How? What do you mean? It's 180 million guaranteed.
No, but the cap hits each year are real small for them to get out of.
Okay.
So like, it's 175. But like, if all I have to do is pay 15 to get out of it, the next year is 20 to get out of it, the next year is 25 to get out of it. They can do that and get out of it with dead money.
So let's
every contract's built like that. There's the signing bonus and there's a cap.
Aaron Rodgers was 50 to get out of.
Okay.
Like everybody's not built like that.
Gets
They made it easy to get out of Jalen's contract.
He gets his signing bonus that he already got. And then next year, he gets another huge bonus when this month, March 2024, comes around. But let's move past that because he's foolish right now. And let's go to the actual thought of if the mother, Miss Felicia, if she would have signed for me, anything in between 175 upwards, she would have won. And that would have been if she would have signed before Jalen. But at this point, it's going to be what the Chargers feel like Herbert gets. That's got to be her line in the sand now. And that's really going to be how it looks at it. Because your market is based on, for quarterbacks, the other people in the market who have already signed.
All right, really quick before we get off of this, you made a staggering. So we talked about Jalen Hurts, and you just kind of get like, man. So why was it not? I don't know how we missed that. Maybe I missed it. How was it not the highest? And did we not give that black woman credit for doing that deal?
No, I'm saying we'll give her credit.
We'll give, but there's a but. Hey, no disrespect, but go ahead.
No disrespect, but the only thing I'm saying is because of who she has in back of her, that's a total different standalone than a black woman, not a lawyer, who this is her son. The owners don't want that to happen. Other agents don't want it to happen based off of, now you're saying anybody can do our job. Then,
so are you saying that this was done to say, like, okay, we'll do this if you do it this way. You have to dance in our little circle. Is that what you're kind of saying?
Yes.
And we're rewarding her just to show you, like, no, we'll do it, but do it like this. Is that what you're saying?
Nah, Jalen was our client before the bells and whistles start going off.
No, but that's not what I'm saying. If it's her client, Mr.
What I'm saying, the Eagles were going to get this deal done regardless. Like Cincinnati is going to get the deal done. Those two were going to happen regardless of what was put on the table. But because it is Lamar and it's his mom, those are two totally different things.
I can see where you're going with that. I can see that. I can see that.
I agree 100% with you. The market dictates what the contract is going to be, but I don't think it's right to minimize the fact that his agent was a black woman just because the market dictates that. Nobody does that to Scott Boras.
Agent was a black woman because I know what I know.
You were like, when we said it's a black woman, you were like, I mean, like I'm fluent in it. I know what it looks like. Like,
No. You're fluent in it, but I do it. I live it.
So I'm
I'm there with you. I get it.
I'm
I'm an expert too.
Sorry.
Go
I
ahead.
was just gonna venture to kind of, just offer like even I don't know, maybe somewhat of the perspective on where Ivory is going, or maybe like essentially what she's saying. I think that I liken that whole system to a machine, and I think that what Ivory is saying is all of these variables are part of one big machine, and his mom negotiating the contract for him, and without having ties to a major agency like Clutch or CAA, that kind of disrupts it. That kind of throws a monkey wrench into the system. I think that's what Ivory's trying to say. Ivory, you can let me know if I'm.
Are we just saying quarterbacks only or something? Because Laramie Thompson did his own deal by himself, no agent, no major agency.
Okay,
Ray Allen used to have Johnny Cochran with his contract. Ray Allen didn't have a agent.
Lamar owned teammate, his own teammate, Raekwon. He doesn't have an agent.
Neither of the people that you're talking about were trying to get the biggest contract.
Laramie Thompson got the biggest contract for a left tackle in history.
I'm saying in the whole league, not a tackle, the quarterback. Cincinnati is not having these conversations.
But Lamar is not worth the biggest contract in the NFL.
When it was Deshaun had it, Lamar definitely was worth over Deshaun.
Lamar is not worth the biggest contract in the league. I'm
He's
sorry.
not worth it, but they gonna stop him from seeking it out.
Like, you got to be on the field to get that. He's not on the field enough.
Is that how Lamar sees it though? That's the question.
Some of y'all, I wouldn't trust y'all negotiating contracts. I'm a contract beast over here.
Like,
I'm not giving. It's like I'm gonna give you what I'm gonna give you, like what you worth, but I'm not gonna.
The market. You earlier in the earlier stanza said the market dictates that. You said that. So it's not always about like it's about timing as well. So
does the market dictate that Lamar Jackson get paid more than what Josh Allen did so far in their careers?
More than what
Deshaun
got, and more than what Kyler Murray got. Yes.
Yeah, see what happened when they overpaid Ezekiel Elliott.
Definitely Kyler Murray. I wouldn't have paid Kyler Murray, but that's to each his own.
Okay, but you can't say.
And you saying you also wouldn't pay Aaron Rodgers because y'all kept him a year or two too long.
Yeah, we did. We paid him 150 million. I thought it was stupid.
Okay,
so 50 million a year. That was stupid.
Because these people have already been paid, that is now the market rate.
Right. And the Deshaun Watson deal messed up the market so bad that they want to get the owners from the Browns out of here.
But that's not going to happen. And guess what? When Joe Burrow signs this contract, Deshaun's is going to be
pennies.
But Joe got to remember something. He got to hold on to some pieces, so he can't take everything.
But guess what?
They cross that bridge when they get to it.
All right. So closing off, anybody else got any touch on? I don't know, Mr. International. We know you're a Raiders fan. You know anything for the draft before we move on to the next topic? Before we close off the NFL draft.
Speed kills. Get somebody fast.
Sound like the Cowboys. There it is.
That's it, man. Stick to that old Al Davis script, man. Let's get that speed.
Just win, baby, win. All right, we want to kind of take it over to MH. You got anything else for the draft? You want to take it to the next?
No, all good, bro. All you.
All right, so let's talk a little NBA. Oh no, I want to do a quick one on this, right? So I don't know how many people got to watch the fight or at least heard the results of the fight. I want to get everybody's thoughts on the main event. Who cares about the undercard? But Tank versus Ryan, man, what are your thoughts? Anybody watch the fight? Let's start there first.
Listen, everybody, if you watch boxing, Ryan Garcia is the worst defensive boxer in the history of boxing. Like, you knew, like, and Ryan Garcia haven't beat nobody. He's basically an upgraded Jake Paul. He was a YouTube star. That's all he was. Wow. And he beat him. That's all he was.
Hey man, he's from Cali, so throw a little respect on his name.
He's an upgraded Jake Paul. That's all he was.
A Las Vegas native, Keith Lee. I don't know if you guys know who he is. He's a TikTok star. He does food reviews. He was an MMA fighter. He still kind of is. He's going back, whatever. But he was on live stream with Kai, who's another streamer, and Gervonta Davis, and he was talking basically.
Pause for 1 minute. That's what Keith Lee used to do before making those videos.
Yeah, he's an MMA fighter.
He's
still is. He's planning to go back back to the UFC.
Oh.
I mean,
Well, he's in Bellator. He wasn't in UFC.
Well, yeah.
His big brother was in the UFC.
Yeah. But so he on live, he was like, talking with Tank and Kai, and he's like, let me get in my bag real quick. And then he was like, basically, he's like, all he's got is, that left hook. And then basically he's like, I'm calling it a 6th, 7th round stoppage. He said, actually, I'm going to call it a 7th round stoppage. I'm going to the body. Like that. Clockwork. He called that. I mean, so apparently if you're a fighter, it's obvious.
I mean, if you watch boxing, Ryan Garcia stands straight up. He fights straight up, and his body was always going to be open the whole time. He always takes a lot of body shots. And then you just saw Tank hit him 14 times in the body and just kept going to the body.
Well, that one he went to his face and laid him the fuck out. So I don't know.
Well, he ran into the
box like a mother. So
to me, I'm like,
always going to the guy.
That one went to the body.
Ryan Garcia is not a true boxer, and the people around him not training him. I can see why Canelo just separated from him because he wouldn't listen. I was like, when he was boxing, he kept going to the right. You don't go to the right when that dude has a powerful left hand and your power punch is your left hand. You need to be stepping left. He kept stepping right. That's how he got laid out in that punch because he basically walked right into it. So for him, it's like, to me, that's what I'm saying. He's just an upgraded Jake Paul. He's just a YouTube star. They hyped up and made it real big. Now, I want to see Tank versus Shakur. That's a fight. That's real boxing. That's two people that have real boxing minds and know how to go.
That's the one everybody waiting on.
You coming in time for that, Blake Star?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
That'll bring you here.
Hey, let me sleep on the kitchen floor, B. I'll watch whoever.
Come on, I give you a couch. Don't do me like that, man. I give you a couch, family.
Just real quick, because you said Jake Paul, how Jake is supposed to fight Nate Diaz in Dallas in a couple of months. I don't know if anybody knows that, but Nate he's in trouble now.
They choke somebody out on fucking Bourbon Street.
Yep. And New Orleans they put out an arrest warrant for him. So
he'll be that.
Oh,
that's just on film.
Dang, I was looking forward to that though.
I had to choke out to the Stockton slap for his signature moves.
Facts.
So there was a post that help me, what was it, Ira? That Ryan said about that he had a mole in his camp, and that's why he lost.
He said somebody gave up the game plan and that he might have been injured before the fight.
Right. Because if you ever watched Ryan fight before, he never presses ever. And the fact that Tank actually knew what he was going to press lets him know like somebody told something what he was going to do in his camp.
But
he's a counter puncher. So
his ribs, like his ribs was hurt, broke, not working. Maybe, you got one less rib. I don't know. But the fact that you come out with that and just be like, oh man, he only got me because someone told him that, my McRibs was a little tender.
Right. Yeah. I wouldn't say that. You shouldn't say that. You just deal with the mole behind the scenes.
The crown was too heavy, and the crown is the reason I lost the fight.
Yeah, you're undefeated, man. Just keep it moving. So speaking on keep it moving, man, unless anybody else has, you can jump on, man. Let's talk about the NBA, man. We've got some NBA fans on here, people that definitely talk and love the NBA, and I know some people want to shout out. So anybody want to jump on, talk about their team, because okay, now Blake Star, are you a Cavs fan?
Man, how did I know you about to say something?
I'm not, but MH is a Knicks fan, and he's being very reserved.
Hey. Cavs been down 3-1 before. Granted, that was with LeBron, but we've been down 3-1 before. It's all good. At the end of the day, experience. It's this year. We're talking about this year, and all right, it is what it is. We down 3-1. That's all it is. Yeah, I'm a Cavs fan. Yeah, we can hold it down.
It's coming back?
Yeah, it's coming back.
Yeah. Well, by the looks of that head rub, we can go ahead and wrap this series up pretty quickly.
We're at home on rest, and Joel needs it. So, we're just waiting for this. We're resting, and it's okay.
Y'all resting
I
real
need you to
good.
shout out because I don't think everybody understands. You leave little hints, and I like it. You know what I mean? But so she's a Sixers fan, and I think the only one that swept their first round opponents. So.
Yes.
Hey, is Ben Simmons still around?
Listen.
No, not.
Simmons is about to get traded to Portland because Dame is going to the Nets. That's what the streets are saying.
I thought Ben was
They
going
go
to
to
be
the
playing
Nets.
Chinese basketball league.
Why
this
would
year.
you go from one bad
What you say,
franchise to
Ross?
the next?
That's fair.
What's he doing?
I agree with that.
Want to go to the
The Nets didn't look bad though.
They
You
The
talking
really
Nets,
about the
the
didn't.
Shanghai,
Nets,
the
they look
Shanghai Nets?
they look good.
Shanghai Nets.
Portland
Stop.
Trailblazers
They
bad and
didn't.
Brooklyn Nets bad are worlds apart.
The losses weren't that great.
Yeah,
If they
they
had one
they
more
lost a tough game.
solid shooter, they would have been all right. They might have been able to make it a game,
Yeah,
like a real game. They stayed in there.
I agree.
Like they didn't get blown out. It's not like they got beat by 20, 30 points every game.
Especially
I
They was
agree.
making Philly work for that
Yeah.
win.
They just
So
got
let's
out-talented.
not act like they was trash.
Yeah, they
Last
got
Okay.
four
out-talented.
losses were under 10 points.
we
And
need
and
press.
and I will say, I think what hurt Cleveland is they came to New York because look, they was out shopping and they probably should have been watching tape.
Oh damn.
Okay, they was
Stop
at the
shopping.
Louis Vuitton store.
You right.
They
You
was in
right.
there. They was in
You
there
right.
trying to get fresh. You
You right.
know, my
Right.
peoples that work at the store was
Sound
Yeah.
like,
good to me.
listen, them boys was in here.
Yeah. You right. You right. You right.
So that's what happened.
The
You
inside
Wow.
can't be
information.
bringing Cleveland to New York. We hot
They
like New
they
York
couldn't
hot right
resist.
now. Everybody in the playoffs.
Look,
It
Black
was a little warm
they don't have
outside.
they don't
They
have
was like, we out here.
We
Back
out.
We out
outside,
here.
boys.
And then they went into the garden. Everybody in New York is super excited. The
Yeah.
garden, it was off the damn chain. Them boys didn't listen. They didn't stand a chance when they got to the city. Like you
I
need
agree
people
with
that
I-
aren't that like it's a different level when you get here and you get in the garden. Like it's just different. And if you're not used to that, it'll scare the shit out of you.
excuse me.
That's this year, and that's against the Cavs. That's it.
Time out.
There.
Jimmy Butler is putting on a motherfucking
He
clinic.
sure the fuck.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. I'm watching it now.
They was down
They
by
done
10.
they was down by 10, and they up by 1 now.
And now they up by 1. Jimmy Butler is putting on a goddamn clinic, okay?
He sure is.
So his
Oh.
tailbone's all right then, because like
Okay.
this was the matchup of the injured boys, right? You had back versus butt. So,
He playing. Giannis
He
playing.
is. Giannis is playing right now.
there it is. Any other teams y'all want to talk
Is
about?
Giannis playing or he just out there?
No, he playing. No, he's playing.
Or he just out
He's
there as a
putting in
body,
work.
like just trying to help?
No, he playing.
He's trying not to fall, but he's playing.
So what do y'all think? Y'all think the Grizzlies are done? That's who I want to talk about. Are they done, or they still
think
got a
they're
little bit of?
I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to ask you about the Grizzlies. How you
Too
feel
much
about
dipping their
them?
chip.
Oh,
Too much
I
dipping
just,
their
need-
chip.
I just needed to be like, this is Dylan Brooks and these are the Grizzlies, because everybody on the Grizzlies ain't foolish like that. Okay, so that
How you gonna call LeBron an old man and then have to go to LA? I don't respect you unless you put 40 on me. Why? That's so dumb, bro. Like,
and then say
just
the
shut up, play your
media,
game.
the media made him the villain.
No, your stupid ass
No.
comments there. You know,
Right.
LeBron is a
Absolutely.
dog. At
Absolutely.
37, 38, he's
Yeah.
still finna give you buckets. Shut the hell up, play your game. Don't poke the bear, and that's what you did. So
Hey,
okay,
they deserve
so
to lose.
so this
LeBron is still better than him at 38. He's still better than him.
At
So
no time
someone
in Dylan
called-
Brooks' career, he was better than LeBron.
Yeah,
this-
no point.
Even when LeBron
No
was in
point.
high school, he was not
Ninth
better than
grade.
LeBron. As a
Ninth
fuck.
grade, he might have been better than LeBron in ninth
Never
grade.
said LeBron.
Maybe. Maybe.
All right, but
damn
Maybe.
right. Let them
Ninth grade. Maybe.
cooking Dylan
Maybe.
Brooks right now. But I mean, I guess I'm wondering, do people agree with this statement? We know that Ja had this like insane scoring burst. He went on like a scoring tirade at the end of the last game. Now, somebody called it empty calories. A colleague of mine was like, "Oh, I just think it's empty calories." I'm like, damn, like where's still a girl's dreams? Like, because I'm thinking like, yo, if Ja is giving this energy, we might have a game, you know, in just a few minutes.
You know who used to do that a lot? When they used to get beat in the finals?
LeBron.
used to empty calories.
Empty calories.
He wanted the media to make sure say he didn't do his part. So he'll disrupt the game plan, which will keep them closer in the game. But I'm gonna try to put up 35, but we're getting beat by 20.
No,
Hold on.
which finals you talking about? Which ones you talking about?
No, that was the Golden State was all.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's all it was. It was him and J.R. Smith. Yeah, that's all it was. So that don't count. That don't count.
Hold on. I mean, are they empty calories if they get you a scoring title? I don't know.
Nah, I'm
Say it
scoring
from your
titles don't mean the
chest.
same no more, man.
What?
It's not the same no more.
A scoring title not the same?
No, it doesn't carry the same weight, man.
So you're gonna say nobody that's won anything because of there's a 3-point line and
well, no, it's just
your old boy was pissed.
They changed the rules so much for everybody to score and made the game simple. They simplified the game. Like the scoring title don't mean it because literally, if you just focus on getting a scoring title, you can get it. Like it's not. That's what most players do now. Just focus on the score. Oh, I can get it. Just like with Westbrook and those triple doubles, he was just focused on getting them. Let me get the triple double.
So you're saying
You know how many guys can focus on getting a triple double and can't get a double double?
Yeah.
Come on.
Can't get a double.
So wait, quick question. Devil's advocate though on that. You saying scoring title don't mean anything. LeBron's the all-time leading scorer. How many scoring titles does he actually have though?
Like 0?
Right.
So you still think it's not as easy to get?
No, it's like when they simplified the game because the NBA got
wait, are you listening to what I'm saying though? The all-time leading scorer has 0 scoring titles, and you're saying it's easy to score though.
It is
it's
easy to
get
it. It is definitely easy.
Are you listening to what I'm saying? The all-time leading scorer has 0 scoring titles, but you're saying it's easy to get the scoring title.
Yes, it's easy because he wasn't trying to go get it. LeBron was never trying. He was trying to win games.
All right, logic's not working today. Okay, I got it. Okay, all right, I'm with it.
My guy, right.
I'm with it. Okay.
Well, I was disappointed that they sat Draymond down again, but I was so happy that he came back and he played great defense. And I don't think the Kings ain't mature enough to go get
Why disappointed?
Hold on. Just let me make one point real quick because I think.
Wait, before you make a point, let's see. Nobody even said bring the Kings up, and then somebody just start jabbing.
I mean,
I didn't jab.
As the Sox fan on the channel, we need to leave them Kings alone and enjoy the games.
They're young. Y'all are
young enough to dog y'all out. I mean, first of all, real quick, why is Ross never inside? That's
Hey, I like it.
Be outside.
Guess what? It's been dark since 6 o'clock here. I like it.
Draymond is washed, overrated. He's not a dog. He's a fucking shit player, and I hate him.
Oh my God!
I'll say it again.
What did Draymond do?
So
I don't like him.
He's hate for Draymond.
6 points a game.
Okay.
4 rebounds.
Okay.
Everybody hypes him up
because you are a Cowboys fan.
Listen,
I understand your level of
it don't have nothing to do with being a Cowboys
fan.
No, my team, hey, look, I'm good. All right, my team threw my season away. I don't care. I'm good for everybody.
But on the floor, he's good. He's like a coach on the floor. He's good.
I get that. He definitely has the experience.
Like he has that experience. He's smart enough on the floor to get in the position.
On the floor.
Shit.
Draymond
is a step up above currently right now, in my opinion.
Draymond basketball IQ. Draymond actually has a high basketball IQ.
Yeah, but he don't do shit else.
And the issue in the league right now is probably like 10 players with really good basketball IQ.
And Draymond, they would not have won without those defensive stops that he just had yesterday. And they
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But they deserve to lose that game. And the Kings threw that. They had 13 seconds. They threw that game away.
When Steph Curry was hurt, first of all, I'm totally with you. When Steph Curry and Klay Thompson was out, what were the Warriors? What were they?
Where was that defensive acumen?
What were they doing?
The lottery.
Thank you. Draymond is overrated, and he would be garbage on any other team. Yep, I said it too. I'm with you.
Here we go.
Wait, ain't Portland going to the lottery with Dame? So is Dame overrated?
I mean, but yeah, you got one person on that.
But the Warriors pick first.
The
Warriors picked the first pick.
I'm just confused, like how you hate Draymond so big, and you got Dennis Rodman in your background. Like that really throws me off.
Listen, it's a gift.
Here's the thing.
All right. Listen, I can tell you the story, Brian. I'll tell you the story after the podcast of how I got these.
After show.
I'm from Detroit, so I'm a Rodman fan, but like I think as a Michigan fan, I hated Michigan State version of Draymond. I hated him when he came into the league. But as far as literally getting the most out of your talent, like he does that. Now, would he be as good on another team? Probably not. Did he go to the greatest situation he could have went to? Probably.
Okay.
Is he going to be a Hall of Famer? Probably. Should he? Maybe not.
Hey,
but like,
let's go around the panel. I just want a quick yes or no. All right, I'm gonna call you out. Draymond Hall of Famer, MH. Yes or no?
I mean, there's a lot of Hall of Famers. It's
yes
not,
or no?
Yes, he is.
Ebony, yes or no? Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
E.
He got carried to it, but yes.
Jazz.
Yes.
What? B.
He's gonna get it. It's not the bar has gone down.
Yes.
He's gonna get it.
Okay.
All right, Blake.
Big Ten Player of the Year. All 32 teams passed on him. Hall of Famer. Dummy.
Ivory.
Yes.
Ross.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, listen, and y'all should have won that game yesterday, but we ain't gonna talk about that Sacramento.
I was sitting there next to you watching it, man. You already know.
Only because the NBA let homeless people in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Damn.
They let everybody in the Hall of Fame. It's the easiest Hall of Fame to get into.
This is the Black Skip Bayless.
The rules.
Dear God.
Okay.
Easiest. It's the easiest Hall of Fame in any sport.
No.
Easiest.
The rules got changed on how and who they're letting in. The time got changed, and the timing needed to get changed because when they waited 5 years, no one knew the people when it was time for them to get in. So now they've changed it to 3. Ooh. So now at 3 years, it's even harder to get in now. Like somebody who believes that they should be in, Chauncey Billups. Chauncey, your ass ain't getting in. If you just not. Like if you didn't make it before they had this 3-year change, you're not getting it. Because now all the people are going to start retiring, and those 3 years are going to move so fast, and the 9 secret voting members are not going to let these folks in. And they actually changed it for this class because this class they thought was going to be their greatest class ever. It was supposed to
Ivory. Is Chris Paul getting there?
Yes.
And if Chauncey Billups don't get it and Chris Paul get in, I don't want to talk about the Hall no more.
Okay.
Right.
But
is it become that Deion
I'm
Sanders?
gonna say as a Detroit fan, I think so. It's interesting you brought Chauncey up. Chauncey's not getting in.
He's not.
I don't think he deserves to get in. Wait. Let me finish. Chauncey's not getting in. I don't think he deserves to get in. But if Chauncey played with the Pistons his whole career with that foursome of Rip, Ben, Chauncey would be Draymond. Like Chauncey would get in off of the collection and the help of everybody else. Right. That would have elevated him. They got another championship. Chauncey would get in. Like Draymond's the benefactor of the greatest the only situation he probably could have been drafted in. But you can't blame him for that.
And this class right here was supposed to be Kobe, D Wade, and Dirk. So when they changed the rules, they changed it in anticipation of what this class right here was supposed to look like. So for them right now, 3 years is the sweet spot. So at this point, they just gonna have to keep on waiting because it's gonna be so many people. And also, your 3 years doesn't start until you put in your papers. So for example, Melo's year didn't start this year, even though he didn't play. So until he announces his retirement, his clock won't start ticking.
There it is. And that's that.
On that.
All right, so moving on, quick. You know, Las Vegas is. Oh, go ahead. What you got?
Before we go to it, Jimmy Butler got 52 points.
And
they
that's
about
crazy.
Knicks just made the Eastern Conference Finals, ladies and gentlemen.
When I say
The Knicks just made the Eastern Conference Finals.
MH, you giving us a guarantee on that one?
Yeah, they just made the Eastern Conference Finals.
Who?
The Knicks.
Stop it.
So what's going to happen is Miami's going to figure out how to beat these Bucks. It's 3-1 now. The Knicks match up well with Miami, and then they'll match up well with the Boston Celtics as well too.
Nobody matches up good with Jimmy Buckets in the playoff. Nobody.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
You calling the Eastern Finals or you calling the NBA Finals?
Jalen Brunson.
He's an Eastern
Who matches up with
Eastern
Jalen
Conference.
Brunson?
Let me tell you something. I don't know what he's talking about.
Who matches up with Jalen Brunson?
I do. Like he don't do nothing. Just shoot mid-range jumpers. Just
You already about to go. You already rubbed your head. You already just rubbed your head 30 minutes ago. Y'all done. Go ahead.
Hey, MH, you're welcome,
I already
MH.
told y'all. Go ahead.
I'm just saying though. But I'm just saying he don't do nothing though. He's not like eyebrow raising. He just. I mean, he's a solid player. I ain't gonna disrespect. I'm not gonna disrespect Jalen Brunson at all.
You already did. Well, you
Good guy.
said you got
Hey,
him.
yo,
Good guy. But I'm just saying though. He got nice braids. I guess that's growing in. So I'm gonna give him that. But other than that, he ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing. For real. Cavs playing like trash. Cavs playing trash. They're playing trash. It's not the Knicks, it's the Cavs. It's the Knicks. It's the Cavs. They're playing like trash. The Knicks ain't they'll get swept next round. Just watch.
If it's Milwaukee, yeah, they will. I'm with you. If it's Milwaukee, they'll get swept. If it's the Heat, the Knicks will be in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Can't wait till the next.
I would put some dew on that. Somebody.
And wait,
some Mountain Dew on it.
they're going to be playing.
What was that, Ivory?
I was saying to make true. Are your Knicks going to be playing in the Eastern Conference Finals?
No.
Oh, the Celtics. Yeah.
Shit.
The Celtics. You already know that. You already know that. Who's your coach? Who's your coach?
The Knicks gonna be fishing when the Eastern Conference Finals happen. They in Cabo. Come on.
Yep.
Go get that TNT graphic.
Go on fishing.
They in Cabo. If Miami Heat win this series, the Knicks gonna be in Eastern Conference Finals against
Stephen
the
A.
Celtics.
Smith is gonna have a heart attack on TV because y'all gonna sing.
Stephen A. Smith ain't a real fan, so I don't want to hear what he's.
Oh wow, he's not.
Damn.
Hey, I'm gonna just say y'all coming for people today, man.
Hey, at heads, bro.
I'm a Stephen A. Smith hater, so
I'm not a big fan.
Makes sense, though. He's a Cowboy hater. I hate him.
A couple shots out, man. We have a coach of the year from SAC, so he's been doing his thing. So we want to give love. We are black in sports, so definitely want to take that time. Absolutely. Thank you, Josh, for that. And then Doka, if that's how you pronounce his name, used to be Boston coach, kind of fell into some situations. So I know Gene is he got into an entanglement.
He was standing up.
he got into an entanglement, man. But
call it?
What happened?
We're gonna call it.
Hey, I'm not gonna say nothing more, nothing less, man. I'm
you know how sticky you get.
Yeah,
No.
I don't want. Thank you, Jeff.
No.
Like I don't want no letters.
No more.
I don't want black and sports to get
Stay out of it. Stay out of it.
All I'm saying is congratulations, that Negro got a job. That's all.
Congrats,
that makes
man.
Gene happy. So he's a Rockets fan on
He got a hell of a job on his hands.
I can't wait to the morality clause. Right.
Oh, they're gonna kill him on that, huh? All right. So
He's not gonna be an Onyx fan in Houston.
He might fare better, Brian, if he goes there instead of staying in house.
Yeah, getting away from that. What you say, EJ?
Next topic. Anyone catch the WNBA season is kicking off soon. Las Vegas, we're home of the championship Aces. If you guys didn't hear that or knew that, we want to kind of let you. And then we just reloaded. I mean, we just go ahead and pick up Candace Parker in the little joint. And but did anyone watch the draft? Thought about like kind of where some of the ladies went and how that'll affect some of the teams. So Aaliyah Boston went number 1 in the draft. So I don't know if anyone caught the draft or just if you watch any of your teams in your local market. But if anyone want to give any commentary on the WNBA season coming up. And then the last thing that's kind of starting to bubble up that I've heard, I don't want to speak for everybody's, but they're talking about the super teams and how they're upset that, Las Vegas is kind of building that, New York is building that and things like that. So anybody want to say it with your chest, get it off your chest?
The first thing I noticed watching the draft is like, they don't have enough teams. All these girls are not going to be able to play in the league. And it's going to be a first round pick that's not going to make a squad.
And that happens annually. So
I was like,
a constant narrative.
It's not enough teams. Like they need to expand out. They starting to get so much talent, and they need to be prepared for this talent that's coming in.
I mean, it's not enough men that watch it. So,
whoa, let's not blame it on the men now. Come on,
we had a whole episode on that. Ivory. Like,
we talked about this last time too.
What they need to figure out is we was watching all the girls' games.
Yeah, I watched the girls. I watched.
Hey, Blake hit me like, "Hey, I need tickets to this."
I watched the girls.
Y'all don't translate to watching women's college basketball moving over to the WNBA. So many people.
But that's
The
a league
viewership of the
thing. That's
women's-
the league's fault. That's not men's fault.
Yes,
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
that
league's
deal
fault.
that they kind of had. That deal
That's
was
the
shitty.
league's fault.
let me tell you. Based off of consumers and the data that backs it, because you can lie, Gene. Anything else can lie, but the numbers don't lie.
You ain't
It
got
is
to lie, Craig.
Yeah, exactly. It's easier to get a man who watches sports to watch the WNBA than
No,
it is to get a woman who doesn't
no,
watch sports at all to
no.
watch the WNBA.
Let's not do this.
Hey, look, that's funny because somehow I got UFC to go from 10% to 40% women, but I don't know how we can make that happen. I don't know. Like, I can do that. Like, if I was running the league, I know how to do it. Maybe you don't know what you're doing, but if I was running it,
And what
I
do you
know how to
think-
bring it to the
I
table.
can't wait to hear
I
this.
know how to make it good.
Oh, how do you make it good?
It's easy. That's easy. You got to promote the players. They don't promote the players at all. They was in a little situation. A lot of people know if you hung around and like a couple of people that work in the WNBA, where they were basically, if you were not a certain type of player, if you wasn't a feminine type of player, they weren't putting the cameras on you. That's why all the players and the girls in the league were hating on Candace Parker and other girls in the league. And what's your girl name? Smith.
Skylar Diggins.
Skylar Diggins. They were hating on all those girls because they were getting promoted more than the girls who were more. No, we're not feminine.
They ain't quite. Yeah.
They were going with it. So like it started a whole situation inside the WNBA. Trust me, I know the NBA office. I talk to them all the time, and we chat about this. And I tell them my complaints. I'm like, hey, this is what you need to be doing with the WNBA, but they don't do it. I mean, one thing is a money situation, right? Because they're basically funding the league. But you have to get the right people. If you don't have the right people at the top spots, it's not going to happen. I don't care what it is. You can have anything in the world, any sporting event you promoting in the world. If you don't have the right people in the jobs and not your friends and your cousins and who knows who, because trust me, if all the people that know the WNBA people, it's basically nepotism that's running the league. So that's why it's not growing. You don't have the right people in there right now.
So, can I add an alternative viewpoint?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be the same viewpoint as mine. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, I think one issue that I'm seeing, honestly, is they need to change the draft eligibility rules. They've missed out on the ability to capitalize on Caitlin Clark by her having to go back to school, Angel Reese having to go back to school, Paige Buchers a couple years ago.
It's not
like if they're
there's not enough spots in NIL. You make more money staying in school.
Right.
I could see that, but that doesn't mean the rules shouldn't change and they shouldn't have the optionality behind it. I mean, if they get them NIL contracts, they get the same endorsement contracts coming out.
No, you don't. The number one pick makes $70,000.
That's her WNBA salary. I'm talking about endorsement contracts. You telling me Gatorade's going to play a college player more than they player coming into the league?
No, what I'm saying to you is when you go into the league, you won't be a Gatorade player.
How do you mean?
Because once your NIL contract ends, it ends. It doesn't carry over. That's
right. They don't renew contracts when you go in the league? You don't negotiate a new one?
NIL, it stops. Endorsements begin. So no.
I understand. Scholarship ends, salary begins. New money happens when you. I get that.
And that's
so they would still be able to be a Nike athlete, a Gatorade athlete. You don't think that contract's richer when you're a pro?
What I'm saying to you is just because they gave you NIL money does not mean they're going to give you endorsement money.
Okay. You don't think Angel Reese would be getting endorsement money in the NBA, in the WNBA if she came out this year?
Depends on where she goes. She might not be getting the views in the WNBA. And at LSU, women's college basketball, they get way more views than the WNBA.
Yeah, they do.
So that's where the money comes in. Like, you're going to spend money on what's getting the views.
And a lot of that has to do with her coach as well. Like, people know that Kim Mulkey is that bitch. So people gonna watch.
On the backhand side of it, one of the biggest things is, like they said, the girls that are right now, Caitlin and Angel both have a COVID year. So they don't even have to come out next year if they wanted to. And both of them, both of them are like, why come out? We're gonna make more money staying here, just like a bunch of the guys. Staying in school is more beneficial at this point. That's $70,000.
You got to think the girls of college basketball are getting more than the men of college basketball. Why would you come out?
Yeah, the Cavaliers twins in Miami
Right.
broke the bank, and now they go into WWE and continue to break the bank.
Like they can build their brands and do stuff when they don't even have to play in the WNBA. Build their brands in college and do something else.
Ebony, you a Vegas fan or a New York fan? You a Liberty fan or Ace fan? Let's.
I'm Aces fan.
Okay,
Aces all day, every day.
Okay, I appreciate you.
Aces all day, every day. But no, Angel, just talking about that real quick. Angel Reese specifically said in an interview that right now a lot of what she's doing, like she made a couple of the points that Ivory made, but she said her focus over like the next year or two is developing her own brands so that when she comes out, she can be representative of those brands that relate to people that relate to her. Because we all know about the controversy that was happening, during the finals. She said she really wants to focus on either representing brands or creating brands that relate to young Black women like her and other Black women that relate to her, not necessarily what is in the market.
If a brand was authentic and they were true to their core and was loyal to the soil, they would pick her. They would go after her because that's what she stands for. That's what it's going like, and that's who who she's attracting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very, it's one of those things that next year technically is going to be a good year. Paige is supposed to be back in it. That changes the landscape slightly. It's the portal is hot. So it's going to be one of those things that I hope we get views not just towards the end of the year, but I hope everyone starts watching it when the season starts.
Yeah. And old girl from Louisville, I don't know if it's a done
We don't
thing
need
yet.
her. We don't need her, Jazzy. I don't need her.
I'll tell you what though. I'll tell you what.
LSU already got a cosign.
LSU won the championship, but they won a championship with a young team, and they got a dog. They got a real deal dog coming in next year. So,
Kayla.
Yeah. Real deal dog, Jack.
What's going to be great for the sport is us versus Dawn. That matchup.
Yeah, that's gonna be serious. That's gonna be serious.
Yeah.
Be serious.
That's gonna be the matchup.
Yeah, that's gonna be serious. So I'm excited to see that next year though. But that's next year though. But I think that now in my opinion on the girls thing, like why y'all got to put it on the men all the time? Why can't y'all go to the games and stuff too?
Like
why?
Those annoying women that you entertain, the stop watching sports. Why are you playing those video games? I can't believe you spend that girl, she doesn't watch sports.
That ain't my fault.
Get her to watch sports is pointless.
Nah, Kim Kardashian needs to buy a team and then let her buy the Sky or something and
put them on the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Hey, it could work.
It really could. It really
It's
could.
It could work.
It's
not the worst idea out there.
It's not the worst idea.
I'm just saying. Oh no, my bad. Rihanna. Let Rihanna buy a team. My fault, Rihanna. Let Rihanna buy a team.
Fenty Beauty. Let's get that Fenty Beauty on.
Yes.
But I will say there aren't enough teams. I will say if the college game keeps going in the way that it's going, like you couldn't get tickets to the women's championship. Like you couldn't. Like it was a no-go. Like again, industry people, they were like, yeah, no, if you want that, you're gonna have to buy it. Like I can't help you. It's not. It's not a thing. You gotta buy your ticket.
I literally had to pull my connections just to get old girls who play the LSU tickets.
I was there.
Like it was.
It's crazy to see like the the contrast in that, I guess, like you couldn't buy tickets. You could barely get tickets for the national championship, but for the WNBA championships, they were literally giving them shits away, right?
And
Like,
that's the point that I'm trying to make, Eric.
yeah, I think that'll
And
definitely
whoever's
change.
watching the game, can y'all turn your TV down a little bit? I mean, I know y'all watching. Everybody's watching the game. Turn your TV down a little bit, please, for me. No, and that's definitely like just the thing, right? And the viewership was up, so the math's not mathing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're seeing trends of everything moving up. So I of course, as the male species, I feel a little bit of attacked as well because like I know we are out, we're supporting it. I know Black in Sports is a show, and MH can back me on this. Is we talk about it, we make sure it's a topic, we push it out, and I know the large majority of the people that are on this show all support the game. So like, I think. Go ahead,
Let's go with my TVs are tuned into ESPN in the morning.
Okay.
Get Up or First Take didn't cover the draft the way they're covering the NFL draft. And it's just a small thing. Didn't cover the draft.
No, that's not their fault though.
Wait. I'm saying in order for people to become attached to women's sports, the female athletes, their stories need to be told sooner. And you tell stories sooner by giving these girls in high school more attention at an earlier age. More attention at an earlier age comes when the media is talking about them.
Nope.
Right now, people who watch basketball, if I say, give me the number one kid in this year's class and next year, men's basketball, they could tell you. If you say to those same people,
I'll stand on that. I disagree. We talked about like name the top 3 people that are coming out of this NBA draft. We talked about on our show. MH brought that up.
I
We
can
joked
tell
about
you.
it. Yeah, you connected to the game.
Okay. And so
if we did a round robin, I guarantee that we all couldn't go the top. I'd say the top 5. We couldn't say the top 5 because we all know maybe the top 3 or 2, but we're not going to all know 5 people that would be in the draft or sitting in that room.
But to go back, the WNBA for the draft, right? The WNBA own social media handles didn't promote the draft. Their own social media, like that's internally.
And
like,
that's why I'm with you, Gene. And that's why I say I disagree that it's media's fault because we're in a new age. And I's not on here, but we were just talking about that. And B that's not on here as well. It's just the fact that like these kids control their media and their narrative. So it's not for these masses to do it anymore. You are in the NIL space. It's not for, they generate their own conversations. And it's still an education that they need to learn that. And it does. And big media, Colin Cowherd says it all the time. I'll talk about it if you make it relevant. He's not going to talk about shit that's not going to get him ratings. His show will go ape shit.
Or ad sales.
Or ad sales. We're talking about the shit that's popping. So if Aaron Rodgers, as much as a lot of people like, it's an annoying fucking story to me because I know like now I got to see that shit flash on the rest of my screen for at least today and tomorrow. But Aaron Rodgers, people give a shit about. So we have to see that. So until those narratives are pushed by the universities, like Gene said, by the own league social media, and they do a better deal, the NCAA, their NCAA media rights deal was fucking trash the way they sold that deal.
But that deal was made years ago when the viewership was not. So right now, the contract ends in 2024. They made a huge push this year to get out there and get in front of it and do it because this was the first time that the women's championship game was on a broadcast network. The very first time. It was
and they blew out the man.
But EJ, but you got to think about this though. Like it's other pieces like this. So when you have somebody running a social or marketing within a college campus, they're probably getting paid more than a WNBA person, right? Like somebody that's working on a WNBA team. So like one thing about college, they promote their personalities of all their players. The WNBA, you can't tell me one personality of anybody in the WNBA because they don't have the people in place to make these decisions and promote the league like they need to. They don't need to make those grassroots steps of building the league. Like show the players' personality. We got to see Angel Reese's personality on the court. We got to see Caitlin Clark's personalities. In the WNBA,
And her baby hair.
Every once in a while,
down.
every once in a while, you'll see somebody with a little personality. Oh, we know Candace Parker. Oh, she's so cute. Wah wah wah. No, that's not her personality though. You see her on Inside the NBA. Candace Parker, a dog. You hear her talk, you get to see the real her. The WNBA does not promote that within the league, within the teams. We need to see that. Like we want to see all that. Like when Asia was like drunk on the table after the championship, they went viral. Everybody was sharing it. All the big players was sharing it. Like, oh, look at this. Woo, woo, woo. She showed her personality. Said, oh, that's her personality. Look at it. That's how you bring draw. That's how you bring revenue. That's how you bring money.
Easier to show personality when you've seen that personality from the time that they were in high school. And that's the part that we're skipping here. Fans follow stories that they're attached to. If you start learning about these girls and their stories at an earlier age, then now you'll follow them through where they're going to college, and then follow them when it's time to get to the WNBA. Right. And I am stating that if the media starts talking about these girls earlier, then it'll be even easier and bigger for fans to find a connection to the stories that they want to find.
They gotta get a media reason to talk
stops when they get to the league, though. That's the issue. Because I knew about Paige Beckers when she was in high school. They were showing us stuff on ESPN. They were showing her games. Like they're doing the grassroots stuff of promoting these girls younger and younger, and you getting to see them when they get in college. Because I'm knowing more of the girls that's going to college now than the guys. Like I know who they are, but they're doing the right things. But it's when it gets to the WNBA, that's where the line stops. That's where they don't capitalize on it, and they have to capitalize on it. You got to show them their personalities.
Why more teams? Why more teams? I don't understand that part.
Because there's not enough girls.
It's not enough girls. It's too many. There's too many good girls coming. It is not enough. It's not enough room anymore.
Guess what? No one's watching it. You don't need more teams. You don't need more teams for a product that no one's watching.
I agree.
But I will also say, like, when you look at the women's teams and the staff on the women's team, for the women's teams, a lot of times they're either sharing staff with their NBA counterparts, which depending on the workload could challenge the amount of time that they're able to dedicate to telling those stories. Or it can be, again, to Jean's point, they don't know how to create the right type of narrative for these women and who they are as a personality or who they're supposed to be for the team. And so again, because of that, you have the trouble with connecting with them because even, what Jean's saying earlier, they promoted, the more feminine players. They didn't promote. So even with promoting those women, you would think you could get into saying, okay, these more feminine women, even though they may not be attached to the game, they could be attached to the fact that even though this woman is an WNBA player, she's also at Fashion Week on some designer's runway, or she's doing, this makeup brand or that makeup brand. Those things as a whole aren't promoted for these women, which again disconnects them from creating the personality that they should have to promote the league as a whole. And, we can take that to the league, we can take that to the agents, we can take that to the players themselves and not being educated in how to market themselves better to get them the money and the viewership that they need.
There it is. All right. Anybody, we did kind of talk about the portal. Did anybody watch or check out Prime's spring game this weekend? No, Jazz, that's a quick no for you. You ain't watch the spring game, or
if I'm not mistaken, there was a basketball game going on during that time. So
you could have caught the opening before the bat. It was between before the other one started.
But again, it's
and there was a fight that weekend. But like you
players playing against each other. I just
say that, Jazz.
Nah, no love. He got a sold out stadium for a spring.
I had a 4-event weekend.
Great, like if you live there, but
exactly, it was sold out.
Well,
He did well. 15.
MH, what'd you say?
Now the Jackson State, I would have tuned in. Like if we go,
Hold
if
on,
we
so
rewind,
because it was Jackson State.
No,
and
I'm
they
not
still
saying
in
it because I'm
PWI?
saying because that was his coaching debut. Period. NCAA coaching debut. Period. So that's a little bit different, but
15.
I mean, it's still a spring game.
15 players entered the portal.
After?
Huh?
After? Or you mean
I think
after?
I think after, yeah.
Yeah, today. I'm not mad at it. We don't have space for everybody. Get in where.
Did he give him that light suggestion to go to the portal?
Hey, I feel like this. After the spring, if you didn't get the touches that you thought you was gonna get, bye. He don't have enough stuff.
Let's finish. Let's continue.
Yeah, I watched that.
I watched it. I
watched
actually DVR'd it so I could watch it. You know, like the motherfucker came out with a cowboy hat.
Yeah,
on the fucking
it was on
field.
ESPN.
It was on
Apparently,
ESPN.
okay. Give me some
And
more.
that motherfucker was dancing on live TV to "Ain't No Fun."
I'm sorry, what?
If y'all
Yes.
have not,
Okay.
So it's a reality show. So it's a reality show.
I mean, that's what you have to do to get views these days, especially in fucking
Colorado.
So what happened in the actual game?
Well, we know what the result was. 15 motherfuckers hitting the portal.
Shador marched down the field. I know that.
Yeah, he surely did. And Travis Hunter did his thing.
And Travis Hunter's going to be a two-way player. Now, do you think they're doing that? You think he's going to go? Is he going to have more success in the league as a receiver than a DB?
Receiver.
You think so? Is that why he's pressing that?
He's definitely.
Oh, Ivory disagrees. And we got to get Andrew. Andrew got some shit to get off his chest, so we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch his comments. But you think he'll do better as a receiver than a DB in the league?
Based on what I've seen, receiver, he's gonna be a better receiver.
Okay, but
I mean, it's
play any competition.
Yeah, but he was getting scored on in Jackson State, so I'm like,
was he?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, so you saying he's not a shutdown?
No, he's not a shutdown. Like, but on offense, he's a stud.
Well, we're gonna find out because
he'll have a chance.
Yeah.
He'll have his chance.
He will.
Have a chance what? And on O or D, MH?
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's offense for him.
It may be.
Just his ball catching skills and the way he acts more like a receiver than a DB.
But wait, how was you the number one safety in the whole country, and now you think you're gonna be the best?
He was a two-way player in high school.
Yeah, no,
he was just a number one athlete
coming out of high school.
He was considered an athlete. He wasn't considered a position player. He was athlete. Yes, he was athlete.
But he wasn't the number one receiver coming in. Thank you.
He was the number one athlete. That means you're playing both sides of the ball.
Excuse me.
Number one athlete.
Excuse me. You don't have to tell me what that means. You don't have to mansplain nothing to me.
I mean, well, you act like you didn't know.
No,
all right, here we go.
All right, so let's go ahead and get to the money, EJ.
You said safety. He never played safety in his life.
Like I said,
Let's go ahead and get to the
what I
money,
do know
EJ.
is he was the number one defensive player, corner safety. You know what I meant? It wasn't he was the number one athlete. He wasn't the number one receiver.
So why since they're in their prime mode, we're gonna come back. One of the features. Go ahead, MH. Introduce this.
No, go ahead, EJ. No. Go kick
one of
this
the
off
main features, right? So we had in our live show last month, okay, was we talked about which were the top facilities, and some people were saying that as far as HBCUs, there was I'm not going to say it all. I'm gonna let the natural conversation happen, but there's a claim that Deion Sanders did not do anything for HBCUs, and this credit he's getting is stuff was going to happen before, and that it's not even the top facilities. So Ivory and Gene, you guys had a couple of weeks to kind of bring your stories to let us know which is the top HBCU facilities, and did Deion do more for HBCUs in the last 10 years than anybody else?
Yes.
Let y'all take the stage and go ahead, fire off.
Yes. And that is undeniable. And the prime effect just showed us what that looks like when he had 0 people at Colorado last year. And now it was a sold out goddamn spring game right now. If that doesn't show us anything, that he exactly what he did for Colorado, he did at Jackson State. And for you, Gene, to even think that he did nothing, I'm like, what are you looking at? What are you comparing it to? Go ahead, say your piece.
At the end of the day, people, like me who still go to HBCUs and still go to facilities and still attend these games, Alabama State and PV still have the best facilities. If you want to ask somebody, ask Terrell Owens. He put it on his social media. He said PV has the best facility. Easily. He's been to Jackson State with Dion.
Whoa, just because T.O. said it, who mind you,
No.
HBCU.
Why wouldn't he? He went out there. He went out there just to work out. He wasn't over there schmoozing with Dion. He wasn't schmoozing with Dion. He went there to work out. He's like, PV has the best. He had the correct Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp went on TV, accidentally said PV had terrible facilities. T.O. texted him. He's like, no, PV has the best facility in the SWAC.
Here we go. Here's the difference. PV, number one, when we say facilities, we can't even talk about Jackson State and the stadium that they play in because that's not theirs. That's the city. That's number one.
We're not talking about the same. We're talking about athletic facilities.
Exactly.
We take the stadiums away.
The practice facility that Under Armour just helped them build with the help of Walmart is better than anything else in the SWAC right now. What are you talking about?
That is a lie.
It's brand new.
I've been to it. It's not.
What are you talking about here?
Let me know when you've been there.
I was just there last year. What are you talking about?
Their facilities is not better than Alabama State RPVs.
Yes,
it's
not.
It is
yes,
not.
like I said, the last time you had
practice. You know what they built? They built Jackson State built a practice facility with a tinfoil top. That's what they did. That's what their practice ground is.
Last time you had your receipts, they were from 2018. So we gave you time to pull up what
you're not in this HBCU ground like me. You're not in this. You don't put the money in it like me.
But baby,
you're not there.
HBCUs hire me to come speak NIL, so I'm at HBCUs all the time.
That's fine, but you're not putting the money in it.
How can you then tell me that I'm not there when I'm always there?
Hey, I'll meet you there. Come on, we can go tomorrow. I'll fly out there and meet you.
How can you
we can bring a camera. We can bring a camera and we'll let the guys say, hey, which facility do you think so?
Again, how can you tell me that I'm not there when I'm always there?
You're not there.
Guess
you're
what?
You're not in there like me. You're not in there like me. Let's just say that. You might be there. You might be there, but you're not there.
Like I said.
You might be there. Like, it's easy to be there. It's like, it's cold on the outside looking in. I know you're on the outside looking in. Like, oh, yeah, I'm talking at this little building, but you're not really in the facilities like me and making sure these people get their funds and making sure people are donating and making sure everything is going well. Yeah, you talking NIL, and that's cute. That's fine. NIL, it is what it is. But when it comes to the facilities, the best facilities in HBCU belong to Alabama State and Prairie View A&M.
So let's try this. So NIL is just cute, and NIL is not making the world.
Cute. It's okay. All right, I get it. That's a thing.
Then how come
we talking about facilities?
Well, pause. Then how come the collectives from several of these universities have called me to say, hey, can you help us get this collective together? That's number one. Number two, how come the places that you claim don't, it doesn't make a difference of where you're at. The ADs from a bunch of those schools have called me to again say, can you come in here and show us how we can use NIL to recruit kids to come to these schools to get the donors because the alumni are not giving back. So wherever you think you are at,
let me correct your lie. Let's correct the lie. Let's correct the lie. Slow down. Time out. Let's correct the lie.
The trenches that you think you're in are you have to be in those trenches because your alumni is not giving back.
That's a lie. Let me tell you what a lie is. Let me tell you what your lie is. To say alumni ain't giving back is BS. You know why? Because HBCUs still give at a higher rate than all other colleges. They still
okay.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Wait. Stop. I'll let you talk. You're going to listen to this. You're going to get an education on HBCUs and the money of HBCUs.
Excuse me. I'm not because you're not telling me that I don't already know.
PWIs, we can't just use all of our finances to go to sports. We can't do that. All our money, it got to spread around everything. Facilities, campuses, buildings, education buildings. We got to build everything. It doesn't matter.
Like I said,
like at the end of the day, when you're trying to say something, that's not true. You over here speaking false narratives. You speaking like you know what you're speaking like? You speaking like those white people always talk about HBCUs. That's how you speaking right now.
Let me tell you.
That's how you speaking right now.
If HBCUs
it's coming real, coming real off. I went to a PWI if HBCUs.
And guess what? I went to the best PWI. And if HBCUs want to play the game of sports, then they need to learn how to play the game of sports. That's y'all problem right there. First of all,
look, if the government actually gave us our money that we are owed.
Oh, so you on these reparations?
PWIs?
Oh, stop it. So you on these reparations. That's what you're doing.
It's not reparations. It's owned from government grants. Let me educate you a little bit.
You're not getting that money.
They got time. I need to call these HBCUs because if they got you talking on campus and you don't know the history, what are you talking about?
Money. You got to pivot.
What are you talking about?
The government's not giving you that money. So go get it from
Southern University is owed from the government $900 million.
And you're not getting it.
And $400 million of it was in Louisiana. $400 million of it was to build an upper deck at LSU.
Thank you. And you're not getting it.
Which makes no sense. That you're not getting it. If you're stealing money from HBCUs that's really old, it's in the government, it's in the government's books right now. This money is owed to HBCUs. It's
but
there.
Guess what, Muffin?
It's
you're
there.
not getting it.
It's there. It doesn't matter. No, you can say we're not getting it, but if it's ours and we should be getting it, that's the problem.
Not getting
it. Doesn't. No. You trying to say we're not getting it, but we should be getting it.
But you're not. So what are you going to do?
If you owe HBCUs $12.8 billion, that's like, oh, we're not getting it in an underfunded black community. That's all they doing. Just like in the black community,
so I don't know why
when it's underfunded for education, when it's underfunded for housing development, when it's underfunded, the whole black community, this is everywhere. This is HBCUs, this is the black community, it's spread over everywhere. But you're trying to say, because you're on this PWI high horse and you're preaching these PWI preaching points, that's not true.
What I'm saying is
it's the same business. It's what the money. The government grants is nothing like, oh, we can't get that. No, we got to sue to get that. Like, it's ours. It's actually supposed to go to us.
But you're not getting it. So because you're not getting it,
wait. We're not getting it when school just got it.
You are not getting it. So what are you going to do?
Tennessee State just got the money that was owed to them. What are you talking about?
Listen, beloved. There's no money coming. You're not getting your 40 acres. You're not getting your mule. You're not getting any of those.
Tennessee State just got that money.
Guess what? Here's the best.
It's there.
Tennessee State may have just gotten some money.
They got the money.
They're not even in a black conference anymore. So it makes difference what they get.
It's still considered an HBCU, historical black college. And Tennessee State is trying to leave out anyway. But it's still, they fought for it.
All of their money, Big South.
Look, it doesn't go to Big South. It goes to the school.
Like
that's why I say you're talking.
All of their money.
You've been swimming in the PWI pool too long.
No, I know facts.
Messed up.
No.
You're not. I can tell. You need to come back to the community, sis. We here. We out here in the gutter. We helping people out. Come on home.
Right.
You can come home.
All right. Hold on. All right. This is the last. Go back to your corner. go out to your corner. Get the coach. Get the Vaseline out. Gene, let's make your final points, and then Ivory, you go after Gene.
Listen, at the end of the day, if you in these HBCU communities, you know we're owed $12.8 billion. And it's not owed that like, oh, they don't supposed to give it to us. No, this is money they actually need to give to us. It's literally supposed to be given to us. It's not nobody's holding it back. It's like not like we don't supposed to get it. Like we supposed to get this.
But you're not getting it.
But
wait, Ivory.
It ain't gonna work like that. Like you're not getting it. No, you can get it, but you got to get the right people in office to fight for it. And that's a whole different subject. But just like that's like saying, oh, the black community, let's just let it die out because the government is not going to give it to them. They're not going to put infrastructure in there. They're not going to give it to educational schools. They're not going to help us out. I saw this idiot on TV today. And I think it was Bill Maher. Bill Maher was talking to somebody on TV, and he was talking about the whole education system, how black people are not educated. They're like 90% they percentile, they can't read. But then he didn't talk about the facts. He didn't talk about the facts that our communities are underfunded. Our education systems, our schools are underfunded. They don't put money into these schools. They don't pay the teachers in those areas. They don't help none of that out. Yeah, we got to fight for it. I'm going to fight for it. That's it. I've been fighting for everything I got in my life. I earned all of it. I ate all of it.
All my life.
Like, whatever it is, I undertake everything I've done in life.
All right, give me the benediction, Gene. Give me the benediction, and we're gonna let Ivory go. Give me we passing off.
At the end of the day, if you're not gonna speak all the facts on black situations and HBCU situations, then your comments are null and void. Nobody cares because you're not speaking the truth. You're not putting all of it on the table.
All right,
if you want to talk about something, put it all on the table.
Hey, we'll stop there.
Put it on the table.
Ebony,
Ivory, go ahead. Ivory, you up?
Ebony, can I ask you a question?
Getting some from the benediction, from the offer. Okay, let's go.
Ebony, if I owed you money to get your lights turned on and I refuse to give it to you, what would you do to keep your lights on?
Anything I need to do to keep my lights on.
Boom. So for him to keep saying it's money owed, for him to keep saying that they keep owing us this money and they're dying on the hill of them not getting this money, PWIs are going to stay ahead of them because guess what? Our alumni donates. Our alumni, when it comes to playing sports, when it comes to making sure that football team is on the field and that $26.8 million facility we put in, but our library was flooded, we don't give a shit. Lie, steal, cheat and kill we gonna do to win a championship around there, okay? So until HBCUs decide they want to play the game of sports or they want to fall back on that whistle of, oh, we were built for education and the government's gonna give us something, guess what they gonna do? Keep on staying in the same spot that they've been in into an Under Armour or Walmart, somebody with a big heart that Dion pulls strings to get comes and rescue them, they gonna be sitting in the same spot because 1% of HBCU grads actually give back to their school. So if you want to play this game, we can play this game. Because guess what? HBCUs call me when it's time to raise money for alumni and get NIL money. And I'm at these schools and I'm in these trenches. So he can say whatever he wants, but the facts are you raise money for the things that you want to do, how you want to do it. You want a new engineering building? Guess what? They're going to go out there and get it because y'all built on education. But sports, that's not what y'all want to do. And every time y'all get a chance to show that that's what y'all want to do, y'all do something to mess it up because sports isn't for us. And this is what we're built on. And the government owes us money. Guess what? You're not getting it.
All right, we'll let the audience decide.
That's real slave talk to me. I can't do that.
All right,
that's slave
let
talk.
the audience decide.
If somebody not giving you your grant money every year,
you gonna
keep not getting it every year. It's not just a whole big chunk. We're not getting it every year.
To Kevin Samuel, go ahead and get that.
What he gonna do? Keep complaining about it?
No, that's slave. Hey, look, I get it. You PWI. That's what you are. You probably one of them kids that wanted to go to Spelman or something, didn't get in, and then start hating on HBCUs. It's okay though. It's okay.
I ran track at LSU.
I got a feeling. I got a feeling, Lord. I got a feeling. Somebody trying to get in the swag.
For what? So that I could have mold on the top of my.
Hey, look, you went to a school where they got my grandfather's name on the building. It's okay.
Like I said.
Your school, my granddad's name on that building.
Like I said, Gene, raise some money, then come see me. Update your facilities.
We raised like 20 million. What are you talking about?
Oh,
it's okay.
Give the team some travel budget.
It's okay.
Okay. Let's start small.
Next topic. I got a feeling. We need to sing all hymns and the spirituals. That's how I feel. I feel like she got the. I feel like we on the fields. She's in the house.
Small.
And she's just saying all types of stuff.
Put their names on the back of their uniform. Baby steps. Let's not take buses everywhere. Oh. Baby steps.
She went to. She had a school where basically she graduated from school where basically my family runs it. I know that school.
And LSU
My family runs that school.
That's Southern. So now what?
My family runs that school.
And
No,
LSU
you graduated from the
keeps
school
on
my
that
family basically runs. So I know that school very, very
guess
well.
what? For
And I
all
know
the
the financial
running that you
situations
do,
at school. I
for
know how
all-
they got their money. I know how the money gets
the
spread
running
apart.
that you do,
Don't let me expose your school.
for all
okay?
the running that
Don't
you
do that.
For all of the running that you do, maybe you should take some of that knowledge and extend it to the SWAC schools so you aren't in. And maybe guess what? Start at Ballard.
I do that all the time. They tell me all the time when we have these conversations.
Let's start at Ballard.
All right,
Got a
guys.
feeling. Come on, y'all.
So we've all heard it, and I cannot wait for the comments for the people that watch the replays. I appreciate our podcast and Andrew Blackman. They always hold us down on every live, so I appreciate them. So you guys go ahead and give your vote and your comments on the side. And then is there anything, I'm going to start with you. I'm going to start with Ebony, you're a vet. Your comments or thoughts, man, keep it to 30 seconds so we can kind of get out of here tonight. But just what's your thoughts? You heard the arguments, you heard the side, and we got B-Boy Impact. Thank you for jumping on as well. But give me your thoughts.
I mean, it was a very lively conversation and debate. I think there were valid points made by both. As someone that attended an HBCU, I understand and know the struggles. As a professional that has dealt with, individuals from both sides. Again, like I said, both of them made very valid points in their argument. But you gotta do what you need to do to take care of your business. You can't, we can't be waiting.
So is that take care of your business? And then Ivory vote is saying you owed some money because she called you in, she called what was it, phone a friend or some shit like that, whatever that show was. So
listen, I've always been a fighter. I'm not gonna wait for somebody to give me something. If I got to take care of my business, I'm gonna do what I need to do to take care of my business. Now, that's not to say that if you owe me something, I'm not going to get it. I'm going to go get it, but I'm not waiting for you to give it to me. I got to handle my business.
Hold on, G. Wait,
If we didn't take care of our business,
no. We'll give you the
shut
final
down.
sign off. We'll give you the final sign off. All right. EP, man, 30 seconds left, man. What's your thoughts on this conversation, man? Are you on mute on me? Because I can't hear you.
I still don't know who has the best facilities. That's what I'm worried about. But
Hey,
I agree with Ebony as well.
like-
I see the points that she just made, as well as Ivory and Gene, of course. But
So Gene did give you the top two. Gene, you gave us the top two. You said there was two.
It's PV and Alabama State.
Okay, so from my understanding, round 3 is going to be they're inviting Black in Sports to come down here, and we all going to visit all of these. We're going to figure out who's going to what sponsor wants to make that happen.
For the
And I
record
know
on that,
everybody that's on the show wants to come do that.
my wife works for American, so you let me know, I'll be there as well.
There it is.
Listen, let me know. I'm down for a field trip.
Yeah,
I'm down for
I
a
got
field
the
trip.
PTO days, so I might as well use them.
Listen, I'm down for a field trip. Let me know.
And I don't want no excuses. No, Dion's not there no more, so they took it all away.
Wait. We're not taking
He's
us.
there.
We're almost there.
One
Almost there.
more quick thing. The Lakers finna dog out Memphis. And number 2,
Damn,
go Dallas Stars. I'm sorry, Jazz.
It's all good.
It's a Dylan Brooks thing.
So
I won't take it personally.
There it is. So that brings you up, Jazz. So give us your thoughts.
Oh man, I have so many thoughts. Oh god. Okay, so personally, I feel like both. I'm sorry.
Give us 30 seconds, though. I know
Okay,
it's a
30
lot.
seconds. I'll try to- So, and not to sound, like a diplomat or anything, but yes, both made very valid points. Okay, I have to say now, as far as the going out and getting donors is very necessary. I've spoken with both athletic directors of JSU and Mississippi Valley. One thing that they have in common is we don't talk negative. Their whole thing is elevate, elevate, elevate. I feel like they have already seen, what is going to be, will be. We're going to be in need of all of this money withheld from us. In the meantime, we got to do what we got to do. We got to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. We got to go. We got to get these donors. We got to help these golf tournaments. We got to have these other functions. We got to raise money. So that's that on that. That's all I'm going to say.
Good luck with Memphis.
Thank you.
'For sure. MH, man, bring us home, man.
Nice, nice discussion. I don't have much more to add than that. I don't think I'm necessarily like leaning to a side or not. I guess I will say I think
Same.
you know college athletics can be different, right? And I don't know the whole Dion thing. I think that's how this conversation started. I really truly believe that he wanted to put his son in the NFL, and the PWI route and the Pac-12 was probably the best route for his son. That's just my personal opinion. That has nothing to do with the conversation that you guys were having, but I think that's how it started, and that's just kind of how I truly feel about that whole situation. So, appreciate y'all being very entertaining, though.
Okay.
For sure. And that's pretty much the sentiment we got for the viewers that commented. I mean, we got a couple of viewers that are watching, but there was really some engagement by our live comments. So we always want to thank them. And they're definitely a couple of them saying, "Hey, let's get this show on the road. Like when we're going to visit these campuses, because they're down to ready to ride as well." But no. I thank you all as always. Another entertaining and very fun live. I mean, we do this for the culture because we have to talk about these things. There's definite objectives, and this needs to be heard because not everybody has that HBCU experience. Not everybody has that SEC experience from an LSU. Because I went to a smaller school myself and played ball. So it's great to share this and people here. We all need to chip in. We all need to find a way forward. There's a lot to work on, but it doesn't start until we have these conversations. So on that note, definitely want to wrap it up. Looking forward to seeing you guys all in May, where we'll have a boatload of other conversations. And if there are other receipts that need to be brought, we can do that as well. If anybody has anything on the heart and minds for the next 30 seconds so we can get out of here, man, I'll definitely open up the stage. EP, you raise your hand. What you got for us, man?
Hey, Ivory, real quick. Do you watch baseball? You a Phillies fan?
I mean,
I hate that for you.
Yeah. No.
Go Rangers.
Baseball.
But I gotta get my Texas over Philly dubs where I can get them, and I'm gonna take them with the Rangers.
Look, baseball's not my bag.
That's
I'm
fair.
getting ready for track. Olympics is coming. I'm getting ready for the country club sports.
There it is. All right, Jazz, you got anything for us?
Nothing to add. Just very riveting conversation and debate between Ivory and King Gene. I'm looking forward to another matchup.
Like I said, Jazz, as soon as he showed me some receipts of him being somewhere on somebody's campus, some pictures of him doing something, until then.
Ooh. Well, Gene, I'm gonna have to pass it off to you after the claims of no receipts.
Listen, when you're born in it, and that's her school too, when you're born in it, for the school she graduated from and she claiming and all that stuff, when you're born in it, you know it. And you know all the facts. You can't just put up half the facts like, oh, these people, nobody's not doing anything. They're not really working. They're not trying to make it better.
Thank you, Andrew. Show me something, mister. That's what we say in New Orleans. Show me something.
Oh, I listen. We'll bring all of it to the table. And then, you know what? I will call these campuses, let them all do their own videos and submit their videos, and we'll bring it for the May show. So I have that kind of connection to them. I can make those calls.
Bring those videos, and I have them plugged, and we
just and I give them to EJ. EJ plugs them out, like show us your facilities, and then we can end this.
Hey, now that's a hell of a goddamn
You know me. I like to play this game.
Hey, what you say, MH round 3?
Yeah.
Oh,
I like that game.
Bring those receipts. Now, do I
know?
Hey, Eric, hey, EP, you since I look at you as like an unbiased man, just go look up those facilities by yourself. Okay. And they all online.
No, we don't see the videos, EP.
But I'm going to reach out to each of these schools.
4K. We need them 4K.
Yeah. I'm going to PV. I'm going to PV in a month and a half. So I'll make sure that we get that video. And then we'll get Alabama States. And then we'll get Jackson States. And we'll just put it on the air and let people judge themselves. Like, what do you think is better?
All right. So we can get out of here. Ebony, bring us home. Any thoughts closing? Thank you for being here.
Listen, this was entertaining as always. I love these conversations. I love seeing these faces. Thank you both so much for what you do and letting us have a safe space to have these conversations. That's all I'm going to say.
We appreciate you. All right. MH, I know I already asked you. Just want to make sure I don't cut you off again before we head out, man. You good?
We straight, bro.
Let's go. Well, hey, as always, very entertaining. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Without you guys, taking the time to do this, sharing that knowledge, information, your experiences, insight, we can't do this. So look forward to seeing you all in May. So we'll definitely reach out if it fits in your schedule. Jump on. Those that comment online, you guys make the show as well, so we never forget you and we thank you. And I always ask, share the show. Let some people that are in your circles know that we do this, so they can also provide canter and feedback and things like that. And it stays the same. Please be safe, practice gratitude, and know we're rooting for you.
Screaming, all us blacks got is sports and entertainment until we even.
Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Yeah. Yeah. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Yeah. Look. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Snap out 2 racks on handmade new rags. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. That's everybody from sports to college class to rap and back.